Yo, why does it look like I'm gonna be trying to convince people to join Verizon? Shit. But yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL back with another video, and in this video, we're going to be going over Valhein and the build that I use for him. So in my last video, if you didn't see that video, I talked about how to play him and stuff like that. This video is going to go into the build and a breakdown for why I use the items that I use. And the reason that you don't really see the whole build at any point throughout in this video is because I like to explain my items. Like when people just go and copy people's builds and stuff like that, you don't understand the logic behind it. And that's why it's very important for me to explain my builds to people so they don't just use it blindly. So you're running around with an offensive build, using it defensively and stuff like that. You really have to use the builds properly, otherwise you're just wasting your time putting on a build. Because something works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for another. So yeah, I like to educate on why I make the decisions that I make, because the decisions that I make with my builds are conscious decisions and you need to understand that logic. But past that, let's get into the build, man. So yeah, this build, when it comes down to using an ADC, you're going to be going for basically attack speed, lifesteal, and damage. That's basically your job. Your job is to deal as much damage as possible and to stay alive, and you're going to have some speed as well. So starting off, we're going to be using the item War Boots. Now, War Boots gives us 15% attack speed, and when it comes to movement speed, it gives us 60. So this is big. The reason this is big is because that movement speed, like I said in my last video, you have to run around and help your teammates. You have to go in jungle real quick, get back to your lane and defend your lane, especially in a game like this, because one of the biggest things about this game is the towers can go down really, really quickly. So yeah, you have to make sure you're defending that tower, so you have to be able to get in and out of places very quickly and get back to where you belong. So yeah, the movement speed is very huge, and then the attack speed, of course, you want to be able to deal as much damage and as quickly as possible. So that's the logic behind the movement speed and the attack speed. So that's why we're going to be going with War Boots. Moving on to the next item. The item we're going to be using is the Beast. And no, I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about myself. I'm just playing. I'm kind of a beast. I'll take that. I'll take that. But no, seriously, we're going to be using the item called the Beast. And the Beast gives us 100 attack damage and 25% lifesteal. Yo, that is actually a savage name. Like they just named it the Beast. Like, you could have named the item anything, but you just name it the Beast. I like that. I like that. That's real savage. But yeah, anyway, the damage is huge, and of course the lifesteal is huge. Like, that's the primary goal of an ADC, is to get that health back when you're attacking people. And if you don't know what lifesteal does, that's what it does. Like, every time you attack somebody, you get a little bit of health back. So that's why it's very important to have on attack speed, because if you're attacking faster, that means every hit you're getting more and more health back. So if you can lay down 100 hits real quick, you're going to get a bunch of health real quick. So yeah, that's the logic behind having a bunch of attack speed, especially when you're going for something like lifesteal. And also when it comes down to damage, if you can get down 100 hits and you've done a bunch of damage, which this also gives us attack damage, then yeah, it's a huge thing. So yeah, that's the logic behind using that item. But let's move on to the next one. The next item we're going to be using is called Omni Arms. Omni Arms gives us 70 attack damage, 15% attack speed, 10% lifesteal, 10% cooldown speed, and 500 max health points. Now, health points isn't really something that I focus on too much when I use my items, and the reason I don't focus on health too much is because we have lifesteal, so no matter what our health is at, we can recover some more health quickly. And plus, our job is to stay alive, but you shouldn't be getting hit. Like, you shouldn't have to recover health. Like, it's kind of bad if you're taking damage. Like, you shouldn't take damage, because once you master positioning, you'll take damage a lot less. Obviously, everyone's going to take damage. We're not out here just gods or anything, but yeah, the goal is to not take damage. The goal is to take as little amount of damage as possible. So I feel like getting health items is counterproductive, because that means you're planning on getting hit. So yeah, you definitely just shouldn't get used to having to depend on health items. But this comes with a load of benefits, and that actually does benefit the character a lot more. So that's why I actually have this item. So the cooldown speed, the cooldown speed, basically it makes it so you get your abilities back a lot quicker. So he does have a stun ability that's really cool, and that stun ability allows you to obviously stun people, but also he has his ultimate and stuff like that, and the more you can use those abilities, the more value you're going to be able to get out of your character. So yeah, that cooldown is cool. The lifesteal is definitely huge. I told you all about that one already. So yeah, this is even more lifesteal stacked on the top of the last lifesteal item, so that's big in itself. Then we have the attack speed. The attack speed does I told you the attack speed. We have attack speed and damage. Attack speed and damage, that's what you want to go for all the reasons that I've already stated. Let's move on to the next item. The next item we're going to be going over is Blitz Blade. Blitz Blade gives us 60 attack damage, 30% attack speed, 10% lifesteal, and 5% movement speed. Now, I've pretty much already broken down all of this already, like the damage and the attack speed and the lifesteal. The attack speed helps with the damage and it helps with the lifesteal, so that's very big. And then the movement speed allows you to put yourself in better position so you can stay alive, you can have that survivability, you can run around and help your teammates and stuff like that. So that's why this item is big. Basically, these items, everything is going towards that one common goal of helping you stay alive longer, and basically just being a complete monster that no one can take on. That's basically the goal of these items. You want to be able to attack fast, you want to be able to move around quickly to go help your teammates, and so you can stay alive in team fights, and you want to be able to recover a little bit of health when you're taking when you're hitting people, just in case you take some damage. So yeah, that's basically what this build is based around. Like, so there's different ways to build this hero. You can have a different strategy, but this is basically the way that I like to go with my ADC. But moving on to the next item, we have Spirit of Longinus. Yeah, Spirit of Longinus, it's something like that. But it gives us 80 attack damage, 15% cooldown speed, and 150 armor. Now, this cooldown speed is very big. That's probably the primary reason that I put this on. The cooldown speed, it basically makes it so you can use your abilities a lot more. So once you have this item mixed with the last item, you're going to get your abilities a lot quicker, and it does make a huge difference with how you can use your abilities. So yeah, that's very, very huge. The damage, of course, the damage is very good, and then a little bit of armor doesn't help. Also, this is one of those situations where, again, I don't go for too much armor and stuff like that because I never plan on getting hit, and I don't really take hits unless I'm in a position where I can actually just keep dealing damage back and then recovering my own health. So it's all about positioning, putting yourself in the right positions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's why I chose that item. And also, I will note that all of these items have their own passives and stuff like that. So there is a deeper reason to using these. There's a deeper reason to using these passives and stuff like that, and using these items. So yeah, go ahead and read through the passives of these items once you put them on, so you can go even deeper into that. I might go even deeper into all the passives in another video, but yeah, this one, it would be too long if I went through all the passives and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get right into the last item. The last item here is for Fafnir's Talon. That's the way you pronounce it. Like, these names be catching me off guard sometimes. But yeah, Fafnir's Talon gives us 60 attack speed and 60 attack damage and 45% attack speed. Now that's big. That's huge when it comes to the attack speed. This is like crazy. This is a crazy amount of attack speed, and I think that this is going to be big for the hero, because at this point, when you put this item on, your damage is just crazy. The amount of the speed at which you attack is just crazy. Like, literally, you're just doing to be melting people and destroying people. That's why when you put on this full build, it's very few people who can stand a chance against you. That's why later in the gameplay you're watching right now, you're going to be able to see me just doing crazy things and just absolutely destroying people, because it's later in the game. The later you go in the game, the stronger you're going to become, because once you get this full build, you're basically going to be unstoppable. But this is the build that I use. This is why I use that build. Let me know what you think of the video down in the comment section below. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you drop that thumbs up. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What hero do you want me to do next, if you want me to do any heroes next? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace out.
Don't forget about me. This bigger than money, this bigger than fame. Remember everything that I did to get where I'm at. Please don't take it from me. Said I wouldn't change. I'm still the same and they love it. You can hate me or love it, but I bet you remember. I bet you